Hi there, it's Shell, and Mom's in the background, but she doesn't want to talk. So we're going to make fudge today, and I'm going to make one batch, but then I'm going to split it and make two smaller 8 by 8 inch pans or so that I don't have just a 9 by 13 batch of peanut butter fudge and a 9 by 13 container of chocolate. So anyways, we're starting them both the same, so I figured I could just split it. So the first thing you're going to want in here is 4.5 cups of sugar. So I'm going to measure that out. And I have been making this recipe for many years. I actually misplaced it, the recipe, but you can find anything on the internet. So 4.5 cups of sugar is what I'm aiming for here. It's about 2 cups. It makes a lot, but I figure there's only 3 of us and we don't have tons of friends, so we would be stuck eating it all. That is 2 cups. That's 4.5. Approximately. And then you need a can of evaporated milk. And you want to make sure you use the evaporated milk and not the sweetened condensed milk. And I will put the recipe down below. And then 2 sticks of butter. And then my butter is frozen because I forgot to set it out, but that's fine because we're going to bring this to a boil. And on the internet, they say like boil it for 7 minutes or boil it for 6 minutes. But when my friend gave it to me, she said boil it for 11 minutes. So yeah, that will be an experimentation. But I want to show you guys, you know, what it's like when we get to the, I thought I heard paper. I don't see any more on there. Okay. When we get to the boil stage. So I'm going to let that go. So I turned it down, and since my butter was frozen, we're going to go ahead and let that melt, and then we'll turn it up and cook it the remaining minutes. have that. Butter's just about melted. And then I'm going to turn up the heat. My friend said she did it for, like I said, 11 minutes. But this last time, I think I only stirred it for about 6 minutes. I'm going to show you what it looks like, and we'll see. Hopefully we'll get it right the first time. But I do know for a fact if you overcook it, it will crystallize and you'll run your whole batch. So I have it on 5 on my stove, which is fairly high heat. And the recipe that I got, it says boil vigorously for 7 minutes. And I think that is more accurate than, oh, let's boil it, you know, boil it for 11 minutes on low. I think I'd rather just boil it vigorously, and I'm going to kind of keep an eye on it. I kind of have a feel for cooking, so hopefully it will work out. You know, even when I knew I was crystallizing, it was like one of the first times I tried it. When it was crystallizing, I was thinking, this isn't going to work, and as soon as I added my peanut butter, it just like crystallized. So my idea is to make a double batch of fudge at the same time. So when you're done with the base, I'm going to go ahead and put my marshmallows and my vanilla in, because both flavors, which I'm going to make peanut butter, and then I'm also going to make chocolate walnut. And then I'm going to put them in smaller batches, or smaller containers, like 8 by 8 pans. And that way we don't have, I have diabetes, Clint mom, they would eat the whole big batch of fudge, but who needs to? So I'm going to put 7 minutes on it. I'm just going to keep an eye on this, and like I said, you can kind of feel when you start right now, it's really loose, and you're just going to want it to come up a little bit thicker than this. Well, I guess quite a bit thicker, but I'll show you. And they don't even talk about how to tell when it's ready or anything. It just says boil vigorously for 7 minutes. So I timed it for 7. We'll see if I think it's done at 7. And it does say if it's too thin, you can reboil it. So if, you know, for some reason your fudge doesn't turn out the way you want it to, take it out of the pan and boil it a little bit longer. But I just like it done the first time. But yeah, you can kind of tell the difference when it's done. So I'm going to let that go for a few more minutes. Okay, so it's showing 2 more minutes. I might just go 1. We'll kind of look at it in another minute. And I tend to kind of go under the time than over, because I worry about it messing up, you know. But you can kind of feel it. It's definitely thicker, but I don't think it's done yet. It's just a feel thing. So right now that's kind of how it, can you see that? Kind of dripping. Kind of hard to see from this angle. Might go ahead and go this whole 7 minutes. I don't think it's over, so that's a good thing. So yeah, another 1.5 minutes. But it's pretty close for sure. liking the texture of it. But I just wanted to see if there was any way that I could tell you guys for sure when it was ready. But yeah, I don't know. 7 minutes, and again I'm on 5. Not a super big boil, just a little, almost like a good simmer is what I would call it. And you can kind of feel it. It almost kind of feels almost like a taffy, like a soft taffy when you stir it. I'm going to go ahead and go the full 7. But yeah, I would say it is just about done. So we're making 2 different kinds of fudge. I think I told you guys chocolate, walnut, and then a peanut butter. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop it at exactly 7 minutes. Turn it off the heat. And then it calls for 10 ounces of marshmallows. And I'm going to put that in because that's the base for both of them. So I'm going to put that in, and then I'm going to put some vanilla in. And before we started, I weighed my pan on a food scale. And then my idea, or my thought, is to go ahead and weigh my pan again, and then subtract my pan, and then half the rest of the contents to get the 2 different flavors. But this is all the base, you know. So 10 ounces of marshmallows and some vanilla, just whatever, about a teaspoon or so. And then I'm just going to stir this until it's well melted. And typically I would go ahead and put in my peanut butter or my chocolate chips now. But since I'm going to split them, okay, so I have my measure here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure this all together, and it's 104.60. So come over here and subtract 104.60 minus 40.40, and that's 64.2 divided by 2 equals 32.10. So I take Mom's bowl, 32.10, just a metal bowl. So, and I'm going to clear it off, and we're going to put 32.10 in here so I can split it. I find that it does better if I weigh things than guess. That's probably pretty good. Okay, I'm going to give this back to Mom. So if you can stir in the chocolate chips. And yeah, I have to get you a spoon. Just stir that in. Oh. Okay, Mom's got the chocolate and the walnut. I'm going to do the peanut butter in here. And I just did over half a cup of peanut butter. I wasn't sure. Most of the recipes online said about 2/3 of a cup for a batch. Okay. How's it coming? Pretty good? And you just want to stir it until everything is well melted and all that. And while Mom was on the sidelines, I had her butter 2 8x8 pans. And then I'll put one of each of these in an 8x8 pan. I think it's going to be really well though, because you can kind of tell when you're stirring it as it cools, it kind of hardens. And you can be like, oh, that's going to work really good, you know. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and bring my pan over. For the peanut butter one, this is Clint's favorite. And I'm going to pour this in here. Yeah. And get it well stirred. Ooh, that's hot. Then whatever's left in the pan, you can clean it up. Looks like it's going to make really good fudge. So at 7 minutes. So then you just cool it. That's pretty simple. You bring Mom's over. It looks pretty good. And I'll show you what hers looks like.
That's thick. That's thick. Do you want me to hold it while you pull it out?
Ooh, yeah, but you're going to need something hot. Have to have a hot pad or something, Mom. Oh, hold on. Nope. Oh. But you're going to hold the bowl. I'm like,
no,
that bowl is hot. Yeah, you have to move pretty quick with this.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's going to be a good texture here. This is for you for licking. Mom can taste it. That's for you for taste testing.
Oh good. But she didn't give me the spoon.
I know, I'll give it to you in a minute. I had to pat it out first, Mom. It's okay, you can get...
That looks good. Oh, yeah.
So we have peanut butter, chocolate, walnut.
Okay.
Doesn't that look good? And then... Here you go. Mom's like, give me a spoon.
What's that?
And then peanut butter. This one's peanut butter.
Oh,
It's already in the pan.
Ah, it's all done.
Yeah, it's done. Here's the...
Oh,
So guys, I hope you guys give this a try.
Mm.
I think it's going to be really good. What do you think of the texture?
That's really
You think the
good.
texture is going to be good?
It's really good.
She can't hear me. So guys, give this a try. Let me know how 7 minutes works for you. And we will see you guys in the next video. See you soon. Bye.